Still. All right. We are live for the first episode of the Joel and Aaron Show. I'm Joel Penorwood, and this is...
I'm Aaron Miller. Nice to see everybody.
Yeah, Aaron. Now, all right. So we go back a long ways from tuning in. Holy cow. I've got it brought up in another area here. It is legit live. Now, Aaron, let's talk about the reasoning behind this show. You and I go way back. We
do.
Roomed together in college, my sophomore year, your junior year.
Yeah.
Sort of really the blossoming of a great friendship, I think, at that point. What do you think?
Yeah. I think, the friendship really established itself at that point. But like I say, man, well, I guess like you say, 2011. So that's...
Yeah.
That's 7 years ago.
Through FFA, we were aware of each other, I think, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And now we're here because we've got phone calls going, fairly often, talking about life, talking about the ways of the world.
Both of us, interesting lives, I think. I think we've got some different viewpoints on the world, but I think between the two of us, we've got a mindset that a lot of people can relate to.
Dude, I agree. We're here. I'm in my respective office. Aaron is in his office over there, underneath the office. The office of life, Aaron.
That's right.
So tell us what's been going on in life, man. How's it been going?
Oh, a little bit of deer hunting, a little bit of dove hunting. Weight loss, going good.
Good.
Yeah. So when the school year started, and not to get too off topic here, when the school year started, weighed 288 pounds. My blood pressure was down a little bit from what I was doing this summer. That's my reason anyhow. But since school started back in August, down 44 pounds as of this morning, and my blood pressure is 135 over 83 as of yesterday. So,
yeah, woo! If we had little sound effects, I'd play them right now.
What's that?
If I had little sound effects, I'd play them right now for you.
It's the thought that counts. What's going on with your life?
You got to be feeling good about that, though. Just going things. We got the Halloween bash coming up this weekend here at the new Penorwood home, which you will be there, right?
I'll be there.
It took some convincing, man. At first, you were like, "Joel, I'm not going to be there," but then I said, "You know what? You're missing out on life. You already got 2 deer, so you don't need to."
Yeah, I'm the social. I'm antisocial and extra social. I'm all the socials, just depending on the mindset at the time, I guess.
Is there a word for that? Like omnisocial?
That's what I said,
dude. Yes, dude. Good, but good. So we got that coming up. We got recently hung up like the portable canopy shed here at the new house. The new house that we're at now, doesn't have the garage, so I got that. Got the boat underneath the shed to kind of get things prepared for fall, making sure things like leaves and water aren't getting in places where they shouldn't and ruining stuff.
See, I store my boat upside down.
Yeah, you don't want that. Went in last night and put a whole bunch of Christmas lights in there, and it's like it's beautiful. I don't know. It's like event central now. I could host weddings in that venue.
Do it.
Maybe not weddings, but so the ultimate idea, Aaron, really, seriously, the ultimate idea would be for like snowmobilers, like to make it like a snowmobile rest stop here on my road 44 outside of East Liberty. And
do you have many snowmobilers out there?
We have a fair amount if there's snow. Because we
that does help.
Kind of a well-traveled road in between like the Honda area and the other areas. So
I feel like snow would definitely be helpful.
I agree.
To get snowmobilers out there. Well, now what would you have at your snowmobile riding rest?
So I had not even thought about this before last night, but as I was hanging up the Christmas lights, I was inspired by the versatility of this outdoor area I had made. And I was thinking, so we'll get like a fridge with some beverages in there, some free, of course, tip jar hanging around. Get a little space heater going on, some nice chairs, lawn chairs.
What do you think?
Just something out of the wind.
What do you think about a big coffee pot?
That's what I was gonna say. Find a cheap old Keurig or something that's been worn down from its life of use on Facebook Marketplace. Plug it in out there, and I'm thinking like, all night long this place is open to like 3 o'clock, and people can stop by. I don't have to be out there. They can just know if we get it going properly.
Yeah,
they know to stop by.
Advertise it. Put out a, if you've got a nice secure box where you can keep, have a nice secure tip box that nobody can take.
Well, yeah, but it's not for the money. It's for, and really, I think our world needs more of those locations of hangout.
I agree, but if I've got money there, I don't want it getting swiped either.
Well, that's true.
Had it happen. That's why. Speaking from experience, Joe.
That's true. Reminds me of all the bicycles I got stolen in college.
Oh,
dude, so many.
I got a bicycle stolen that was like a total piece of crap, man. It had had a milk crate strapped on the back of it.
I remember that bicycle.
One pedal was missing. I had a 2x4 that I drilled a hole through the side of as the pedal on that side. People steal anything, man. If it's worth it, they'll steal it.
I remember one time I went after one of my bicycles got stolen. I found another one on Craigslist, which was probably stolen as well. But I said, meet me over at the College of Ag's parking lot and ag them in. And I think you came with me.
Maybe. I might have.
And then we went, and this guy, he was a bit of a shady character. Anyways, so we're like, all right, let's do this deal. And that bicycle, I remember shortly after, I had it in the bed of my truck. When I was getting ready to go home, I put it in the bed of my truck one weekend. And I went upstairs to grab some laundry, got talking to somebody. It was no more than 20 minutes. I came back down. Freaking bicycle's gone out of the bed of my truck.
That hurts. I left my car unlocked when I was in college. So I guess they didn't break into my car, but they got into my car. They took all my change. I had a brand new, so this kind of aging myself, but I had a brand new GPS. It was like 3 months old. They didn't take it. They just took all my change.
Ooh.
Even back then, you couldn't give away a TomTom GPS.
Dude, are they just worthless now? I mean,
I think they've got to be. I don't see how they couldn't be.
I use Google Maps a lot, but
I use just the maps on my phone.
Right.
Just the Maps app. Maybe that's Google Maps.
Sure.
There's Google Maps. Nope, just Maps. Google Maps is different, I think.
Yeah, I think the Apple Maps. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a little bit better. But my phone doesn't take me right to it. So,
for those of you viewers, we got 5 viewers right now. It looks like. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, welcome
Feel
aboard.
free to comment down below. Let us know what you're thinking, and we'll try to incorporate.
Joel will share that with me. I don't have the comments up
next week. So we're also trying this new system. So throw something down in the chat. Let us know what you think. Give us some comments. Katie, if you're out in the living room watching, love you. But this is the Joel and Aaron show, or the Aaron and Joel show, to change week to week.
Joel and Aaron show. I've already got the thumbnail made up.
I love it. Now, so Aaron, I don't know what else is on your mind.
Oh, dude, I got the poison ivy. I don't know if you can really. I don't know if you can really see it. I got some poison ivy on my hands, both my hands. Yeah.
How'd that happen?
I touched poison ivy.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, I like we talked about a little bit of deer hunting, a little bit of dove hunting, sitting up on a fence, and I've got poison ivy on my hands. I got it on my legs. Went and got a shot last night. Prednisone shot, I think. Right. And then I got some Benadryl and some other steroids, I think. I'm not sure. But man, that is a marvel of modern medical engineering. I hate poison ivy. I had poison ivy so bad one year. I had it. It was the 4th of July. I remember that because we were in at the fireworks with my cousins.
Yeah.
Dude, I was wearing blue jeans. From my knees up to my waist was covered in poison ivy so bad it was seeping through the jeans and my jeans were sticking to my leg. It was horrible. Oh, dude, it was awful. It was the worst thing ever. Ever. Man, it was bad. And I was walking around. Jeans are hot anyhow in July.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like it was like having wet blue jeans on. It was terrible.
Covered in bodily fluid.
Oh, it was the worst thing.
Awful. Why are we talking about this? This is terrible.
Oh, you just asked me what else was going on.
All right. Well, I gotta say, I feel blessed, lucky that I am immune at the moment to poison ivy. So
well, they say the more you get it, the worse you get it.
Okay.
So that's why whenever I get it anymore, and I have insurance. Awful. Yeah, I mean, I'm not living at my parents' house anymore. Like, I'll go get a poison ivy shot. I'll get a little spot. I'll be like, that's what I have insurance for.
America.
Oh yeah. See, other stuff going on. Just got some new tires put on my truck. Well, we can talk about that here in a little bit. I got. Yeah, job's going okay. You know, kids are getting taught. We've got the taking the FFA float up to the pumpkin show tomorrow.
Ooh, the Circleville Pumpkin Show.
Yeah, the old pumpkin carnival. So that's going on tomorrow.
That's sweet, dude. And we'll be each at National FFA Convention. Is that right? You'll be there too?
Yeah. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday next week.
America. I'll just be there Thursday. But
going out to Beck's Hybrids, going out to ride horses at Hoosier Trails, Hoosier Trail Rides at.
And then the Garth Brooks concert too, of course, right? Right.
No Garth Brooks.
Not for me either. Are you a Garth Brooks fan? Do you like Garth Brooks?
I mean, he's okay. I've always been a fan of like off the wall music, though. You know that. I mean, yeah. I really like my Irish music. That's my jam.
I got you.
How about you? Are you a Garth Brooks fan?
I am. I do enjoy the Garth Brooks. Went to a concert. It was like my graduation present, mom and dad.
Well, there you go.
Because it was in the spring of 2016 when I graduated from Ohio State. We went to that when he was at the Shot. Mom took Katie and I and a whole bunch of the family to the Garth concert one night. We were up in the nosebleeds, but it was a great time. Like,
you were there.
I don't know how to describe it. It was nostalgic to the T, but it was everything you could ever hope. It wasn't like an old worn out dude on stage singing his old classics. It was his old classics, but I felt like they just came out yesterday and everyone was singing along. It was so good.
If I was an old worn out guy, it didn't sound like I was an old worn out guy.
Dude, like Alabama putting on a show at State Fair.
Yeah.
Their going home tour.
Dude, I saw
10th time in a row.
I saw Charlie Daniels.
Yeah.
In concert like 3 years ago. And I grew up, I used to love. I had like the greatest hits, Charlie Daniels. Loved it. Man, he got old.
Dude.
He was playing he was playing everything at like 3/4 speed, and I was like, man, I feel bad for you, bud.
What are some hits of Charlie Daniels other than Devil Goes Down to Georgia?
Devil Went Down to Georgia, Uneasy Rider, The Legend of Woolly Swamp.
All right, I've heard that. The
South's Gonna Do It Again.
Yeah, I have heard that. So I fancy myself a fiddle player. Just kidding. I'm trying to learn how to do it. It's hard. I've heard though, he's an all right fiddle player, but I've heard he's not like.
Not anymore.
Well, apparently not.
Poor guy. How'd you like to be known for that? I feel like that would be like Sylvester Stallone in the Rocky movies. I mean, at some point, when do you stop suspending disbelief?
You know what? I really like the Creed movies. The movie. The next one's coming out here soon. But I liked it. Did you see Creed?
I didn't.
Oh, dude, you got to watch it. It's kind of like a much needed diversion from the Rocky Balboa storyline. It's still Rocky and all of his wonderfulness, but it's not. He's kind of like the side character now, which is needed, I think, for the character because he's not a boxer anymore. And Rocky Balboa is turning this 60-year-old, 70-year-old dude into a boxer. Like, come on.
I've always thought that would be interesting to see a story from another person's perspective.
Uh-huh.
I've always just to see the goings on through another person's eyes. I think that would be amazing.
Well, Creed, if you don't know, follows the son of Apollo that he didn't know he had, sort of out of not wedlock, but illegitimacy. And it's good. Man, it's good. And so it's sort of a rags to riches sort of story. His name's Adonis Creed. It's really cool, which is a pretty cool name. And then Rocky kind of becomes his coach. You have to watch the rest. But the next one, 2, is Adonis is out to fight the son of Drago, like the Russian.
I don't really follow those, but I do remember that.
Every year in February, for some reason, when we were snowed in, they were always playing on TV, and we would always watch them. It seems like Rocky. I never watched Rocky 5. I
remember renting them from the library. It's how long ago it's been since I've watched them.
Dude, America. All right, on to the next portion of our show. We have, for those of you viewers, Aaron, you can explain this as well, but we've split our show into multiple pieces, segments. The first segment always a general catch-up, which I think we've done for the most part. We'll continue talking. But next is something that's a big part of our lives, Amazon. Right?
Yeah, I would extend this to Amazon and other purchases. Not essential, unessential purchases.
We are spiritual folk, but this is the worldly part of our show. I mean, more so than usual.
Yeah.
This is our what have we bought and enjoy this week, Aaron?
Yeah. So last Saturday in the deer woods, and I've got a fanny pack that I wear when I go out. Keep on my grunt calls. I keep some sunglasses in there. I've got some extra field points, and I've got a copy of Where the Red Fern Grows in there, and I keep my binoculars and my rangefinder in there sometimes also. Last season, my zipper, it zips both ways, and one of those zippers broke, and I didn't realize it till I was out there on Saturday. And you can't have faulty equipment, even if it is just a zipper. I mean, it still had another zipper on it, but I bought a new, a big Allen brand fanny pack, and love it so far. I've got it upstairs. That'll be one of 3 things I'll talk about is the fanny pack. It's upstairs in my scent-free closet where I've got my ozone machine that I bought. So the fanny pack was $75. This ozone machine
is $75.
I'm sorry, $25 for the fanny pack. The ozone machine was $75. Ozone machine, I swear, Joel, I could set it up in my house and turn it on and come back home, and the house would smell like nothing. $75 for that, and I keep it up in my closet because, as a deer hunter, I'm all about keeping scent free. Especially getting out in the woods. So I've got the ozone machine, and it does great. And the last big purchase for me recently has been my smoker. I bought and the box is still sitting here because it makes a fine trash can. I've got a 30-inch charbroil smoker, charbroil electric smoker. When we're done with this podcast, I'm going to put I've got some fish from this past summer and last winter. I'm going to put on there. I've had it soaking overnight in Italian dressing and lime juice.
Ooh.
So I'm going to put that on my smoker and smoke it for a couple hours and get that stuff popping. I think that'll be real good. I've never smoked fish before. I smoked some steaks. I've smoked a lot of doves. Love smoking doves. Good grief. Smoked dove is so good. But I love this thing. Smoker. Hard yes on the smoker.
What brand? Should we try to get some advertising dollars out of this stuff here?
Hey, if Charbroil, the maker of the world's finest smokers, wants to sponsor this, then that's fine. Hard yes on the 30-inch Charbroil smoker. I'm gonna just say regular yes on the ozone machine. It's good. I think the price was right. Solid piece of accoutrement for my get up for my hunting hobbies. No experience yet on the Allen brand fanny pack. Seems to be well put together. Seems like a good product.
Here's a question for you. Do you think fanny packs get a bad rap? Like, do you think maybe the name has caused that? What do you think?
The name definitely doesn't lend itself to being in vogue. I love, when I'm in the woods, I'm looking for utilitarianism. I want stuff that works. And I've got a backpack that I carry. I'll keep like a heavy sweatshirt and my crossbow bolts and some screw-in gear hangers. I keep some 550 parachute cord in there and a knife. With some stuff, I don't want to have to move. I mean, say I've got my pack here. I don't want to have to be reaching down in my pack to try and get stuff that I might need, either quick or often.
I gotcha.
I keep my grunt calls in my fanny pack. I keep all my deer calls in my fanny pack. I keep some scent killer spray in my fanny pack. This new one, kind of excited about this. It's got a spot in it to hold a drink, so I can keep my water bottle on my person instead of having it in my pack. I'm excited about that also.
That's like professional hiker stuff right there.
Yeah, I'm not a hiker though.
Well, like you kind of are.
High-end hobbyist deer hunter. Absolutely.
There you go. Semi-professional.
Semi-professional. Would do it professionally.
You kind of pay yourself to do it, right?
Yeah. I tell you what, good way to save on groceries, Joel. I mean, I've killed 2 deer this year, and not to get too far into hobby time, we'll hold off on
hobby time is later in the show, but yes,
we'll hold that hold off on the stories behind those. But I tell you what, man, between the deer and the mourning doves, I am just not spending the money on groceries. I mean, it is nice and it's healthy. Man, get out there and partake in the natural stuff, man. I mean, you can't beat it. And the taste, good grief,
delicious. I'll tell you, the glory of God's creation. There for you, and you're respectful of nature, right? That's who you are.
Absolutely. Here's what I don't get: people pay $45, $50 a person to go out and eat good food, but I'm looking at that. I'm like, I could cook better than that at my house. Dude,
you should start the old restaurant at the Snowmobile stop. Snowmobile stop / Aaron Miller's dive.
Custom dive.
No, right alongside Aaron Miller Custom Carpentry and custom other products as well. In addition to that,
dude, the the doves especially. I love venison. I feel like a lot of times I talk myself into liking venison. Dude, dove is so good. You can cut those birds. I mean, you'll get a 3-inch piece of meat out of a dove breast. You can cut it with a plastic fork, though, man. I mean, it's delicious.
Delicious.
Probably my favorite meat.
Really? Well, what was the other one you tried that you did not like?
Pigeon. We had some feral pigeons up in the barn, and they're built like doves.
Dirty bird.
Nah, in the city. In the city they are. You know, I mean, they're a trash bird in the city, but I mean, out on the farm, they're eating the same thing that the doves are eating. So I tried it. Not a fan. Not, you throw a dove and pigeon together, just not there. Just not there.
Dude. So Amazon time or general earthly material time, worldly items time. I've got it right here. So you see behind me here, something I'm very excited about. It's the RCA projector. It's a 16 millimeter projector. And you might say, Joel, why the heck do you have a projector? Like, what? This is the 21st century. This is 2018. We don't need these things. Well, I run a side business, as you know, Aaron, Treasured Media Preservation. And it's getting popular. And people are saying, hey, we've got these old 16 millimeter films. We don't know what the heck to do with. So one of the ways to do that is get an old projector like this. This bad boy's got 1,150 watts it runs through.
That's a lot of watts.
That's a lot of watts. That'll kill you pretty quickly, I think, with the volts and amperages and all that good stuff. But anyways, so I got it. I plugged it into this outlet over here. This one over here that this other stuff's plugged into, including my internet router. And like I turned it on. It's got a couple switches, the lamp and projector. I turn it on now, but I'm afraid it would pop the breaker. Anyways, turn it on, pop the breaker almost immediately, and it pops the bulb along with it. I go, well, great. Bulbs aren't super cheap, but I found this place online that sells the bulbs. So I ordered 2 of them and got it. I had a problem with stuck on wood. But I wanted to show you here the bulb. This bad boy. It's a 1,000-watt bulb. Up to 1,000 watt. 750 watts, really. But this is the old one.
Yeah, hold that up here to the camera so we can see it. And that one's burned out.
This one's burned out. This one's had its life. It's gone through it, as you can see there. The connections are broken. But the filament is gone. But you get this stuff going here. I mean, the bulb heats up that quickly, and this thing has got a little fan in it. And if you don't use the right correlation of bulb to on and off to fan on and off, like you allow the fan to help cool it off, it'll bust the bulb from cooling off too quickly. Because I mean, you got a couple hundred degrees coming off of that thing. Seriously.
Yeah. When we have our FFA banquet, I run. I always end up running the spotlight, and there's a fan in that guy too, and it's amazing. You know, you got to cool those things.
I remember one time, like in high school, it was like our sophomore year or something. We were helping out with some stage thing, and we were just kids and weren't really taught the proper usage of the spotlight, and so we went around. And we were just kind of flipping it on and off, the light on and off like idiots, because it's got the close, it closes off the big
anti-aircraft gun.
It's awesome. Yeah, they're huge. I wish you could like deer hunt with those things. I mean, like something that size, like got him my sights.
I don't know if you could or not. I don't know.
Just spotlight hunt with them, just like no guns involved, just spotlight.
Yeah, catch and release deer hunting. No, I don't. You're not allowed to spotlight deer.
I know, but it was a joke.
No, I get you.
Whatever. No. Yeah. So, anyways, go back to the story. For some reason, the bulbs in these spotlights kept breaking, and the person involved in the theater was ticked off, let me tell you what. And so no one was really divulged out about who was involved, but it was partially me. It was partially me.
It was
So
ours.
I'm sorry. I don't know if I was actually the one breaking it. I don't remember using the spotlight very much, but I remember witnessing it.
Now, were they breaking because they didn't have the fan on them, or just from flipping them on and off?
I think flipping it on and off, I think. And then maybe the fan also wasn't cooling it off properly.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
Just a little too much. I don't know. Making it brittle. Because we were flipping it on and off, but that's what happened. So, lesson learned. Got these bulbs in. Working like a beauty.
Of the new ones. Can you show us a new one versus an old one?
Yes.
I'm just wondering, do they all have that black tip on them or not?
Right. They actually don't make new ones. So these are all just old, old stores that have gone around. And when these companies went out of business, they like bought the remaining supply.
New old stock.
So let me grab the old one. I'm actually really not supposed to be handling the bulb with my bare fingers because it can collect oil, and at that high of temperature.
Do they have a lot of lead in them?
Maybe. I don't know. So, anyways, old. This is old.
Okay.
New.
Okay. Yeah, I can see the difference.
Yeah.
Old one. Yeah. I mean, obviously, the one that's burned out has a lot more carbon on it.
Right. Yeah, it's just been used.
Yeah.
And also, you can see the solderings here on the bottom. This other one was welded into the thing, so I had to go down there. That was a scary moment, and I had talked to you about that because I wasn't sure if there's electricity still stored in this
capacitor
machine over here, and I was like, "Jeez!" So I was scared to death. So I went and like shorted out the socket before I did any work on it. But hey.
I remember talking to. I had one of my students 2 years ago. He made a welder out of an old microwave.
That's impressive.
Oh, it was. I was fascinated. Capacitors are nothing to mess around with, man.
Dude, a lot of ways to die.
Yeah. 1,000 ways.
And those electronics. Those are like big boy electronics. Like it makes computers and stuff just like there's not very much electricity going through this computer.
Anything that's storing energy. Sign me off for it.
Yeah. We're like just like a gun. It's just a different kind of energy, Your gun is storing energy.
Oh, great.
But like you know how to handle. You're not pointing the gun at your face,
To be fair, had you never really been around a firearm, but you had spent your life working with electrical capacitors, you would probably find firearms terrifying.
Totally. Yeah. Like this thing could go off any time and murder me.
Yeah, gosh, where's my? All I need is a big set of heavy leather gloves and to not touch these 2 points. And capacitors are fine, but firearms are petrifying.
Yeah, for us though, it's the other way. Yeah. Well, that and just ordered yesterday, should be coming tomorrow. A set of like eye patches. So I'm dressing up as a character that needs an eye patch. Like not a character, but an idea. A thing that needs an eye patch to complete its look for Halloween.
From Batman?
Sure. Or like that. I don't know where I was going.
Stereotypical pirate?
I mean, you may have just given away my idea. Whatever. But anyways, there was like a sale. It was like a special deal on Amazon for like a set of 5 of these legit actual people who don't have eyeballs or, are blind or something.
Yeah.
These things. So
you know what else you can do with an eye patch?
What's your idea?
As a younger man, when I would shoot archery, I was right-handed and left eye dominant. So I'd wear an eye patch over my left eye and train myself to be right eye dominant.
For my full-time job, I do a lot of video work. And in those cases, you use one eyeball.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I might start wearing the eye patch around.
I mean, you might as well. I mean,
you've got videos.
You've got 5 of them.
Yeah. Yeah. One for my camera bag, one for my other camera bag, one for my work bag, one for my go bag, which we'll talk about later, and another just, emergency
Isn't it a good feeling to have extras of something?
It is. It's one of the underrated advantages of being American, I think. Honestly, like
my extras,
extra stores of things,
extra knives and extra knife sharpeners. I have a knife sharpener in both my vehicles. Love it. I love having.
Yeah, I love it. I've got this in my pocket, and I've got this on these 2 knives within reaching distance.
I just have my. I don't know where my Select Fire Kershaw is.
Right.
But I do have my Card Sharp.
Beautiful.
Look how thin that pup is.
That is thin.
Well,
useful. So I was thinking about. So show that to the camera here and talk so it'll go to your camera.
Okay, so this here is I think this one it's just called a credit card knife, but the Card Sharp I think is the original name for these. But dude, I tell you what, it really serves that role well of is a knife. I mean, are you gonna go, field dress an elk with this? No. But
it looks sharp.
It is. I don't know if it's still sharp enough to trim the hair up on my arm, but
that's James Bond stuff there. Oh, hold on. I gotta switch the camera to you. Okay. Is it doing it?
Yeah. And that just sits in my wallet. Now check this out, okay?
That's a good like doomsday prepping sort of thing, Always have a knife on you. Number 1 rule of survival for me.
When I was a child, I would always like plan on what I would do if like somebody ever kidnapped me. And now that I'm a 6'2", 200-pound plus man, I don't really feel like I need to worry about that. But if the time comes, I need to like last resort, hide out. It's good to be prepared.
I gotta tell you, as a 5'5", 150-pound dude, it worries me every day. I'm terrified of just being, somebody come on pick me up. Whoop. So.
Well,
All right, but that's what the go bag is for, and survival prep. I feel like on this show we'll be talking a lot about survival and doomsday scenarios.
I feel like it could happen.
Not because we're crazy like that, but because we like being prepared.
And what better way to spend your time than thinking about situations that we'll most likely never find ourselves in?
Well, but what if we do?
Oh, dude, we're going to be prepared.
Dude, I'm glad I live back out in the country these days. I feel much more prepared now than when I was living in town. I mean, living in Columbus, you're in the belly of the beast.
Columbus, I miss Columbus though.
I miss it too. I'm just saying from like a doomsday survival standpoint.
Yeah, I feel like if I was gonna live in town, like right now I live in a little village. If I had to live in town though, I think I would like to live in a big town, close to stuff. Now I live in a lot bigger metropolitan area than I used to. I moved out of Yellowbud, which was like 40 people, to Adelphi, which is like 300 people. I have a grocery store that I could walk through.
Whoa, yeah. 300 people.
Yeah. Tiny little town.
We got more cats in this 4-house block that I live at. So.
Yeah.
And you'll be here at the Penorwood home this weekend.
Well, Casa de Penorwood.
It's awesome. I love it. Tell you what, home ownership, it's not too bad of a deal.
It's not. It's not. No, it's not.
It has its challenges,
I'm paying less for my mortgage than I was for my rent, which is
same with
big thing.
insurance. Yeah.
And I guess you've got advantages and disadvantages of renting. You've got advantages and disadvantages of home ownership. Build equity, positive. I like to fix stuff. Well, I like knowing how to fix stuff.
Right.
Sitting in this room, I painted this room. I put everything on the walls in this room that I'm in right now.
So I bought my brother's old house, and so
right.
It came kind of made. But I remember when he got it, my brother, middle brother, and I put a lot of work into my older brother's house here, including this wonderful office that has hardwood floors. I remember being in here and helping out with part of it. Now I didn't help out with like all of it, or probably even a majority, but it's nice. I've worked on this house. I know a little bit about it.
Yeah, you got a little bit of sweat in the game.
Yeah, Aaron, I gotta say, I just got a notification here on my phone. Another Amazon item just shipped.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on here. Katie would like some BW3s. I'm gonna go get it. She said, "Hold on a second." This is how you know it's live.
Yeah. So while Joel's doing that,
okay, I'm back. I'm back.
Oh, okay.
So the U.S. chess checkbook magnetic travel chess just shipped. So what it is it's a little thing.
It's a checkbook?
It's a checkbook style.
How big?
Chessboard. I'm gonna find it. Let me find an Amazon thing here, and I'll share it with you here. Okay.
Checkbook size.
Checkbook size. Let me find it.
That's this big.
What?
That's this big.
It's for travel. That's exactly the size of it. And we can talk about this in the hobby portion, but I'm kind of into chess right now. And this thing was cheap. I mean, we're talking $8. Yes. Yeah. I've been looking at it for a while, so I've got an extra $8 hanging around here. So,
dude, I never look at anything that's $8 that I want for a while. I just buy it.
Well, some of us aren't quite that fancy. All right, I'm gonna share this. Yeah, the world is about to go into super Inception mode for a moment here. Okay, so prepare yourselves.
Oh, I'm prepared.
All right, here we go. All right.
That was not super Inception mode.
Okay. Can you see it though?
I can. Okay, so the pieces don't stand up.
No, they're little like coins, but they're magnetic, and so they stay on. And if you just want to keep playing, you just fold it up, put it in your bag, and go about it. I'm going on an airplane trip here soon, and I'm thinking in the airport that'd be a cool little fun thing because I like having a physical dealio in front of me.
I think that's something that we're losing in the modern day and age.
Oh, tell me about it. I work for a newspaper.
There's
all right, we're back. Sorry, that's the only way I know how to do it right now.
Did you see Inception mode?
I saw it a little bit.
Okay.
It goes, and it kind of curves upward a little bit, right?
Oh yeah, like solitaire. Kind of
the bouncing, the bounce solitaire.
Yeah. Oh, best part of that game.
Oh yeah, I could never get there. Like
you're talking about checkbook size stuff. Big old it's called no, I'm sorry. This is like a rodeo wall, but this is a checkbook cover. This is my wallet because I keep everything I need.
So this is my wallet here, and it used to be a lot thicker. I think you know this, but then I was having like tailbone problems earlier this year. And I went to the chiropractor. He's like, "Dude, you gotta thin that thing out. You gotta bring it down." So
I mean, let's see. What do I have here that I can compare this to? Standard size.
Your phone? Oh no, you're using a phone.
I mean, that's a solo cup, Bob.
Yeah, that's impressive. I would always wear, because I used to do one of those things, because I got one. I remember went to FFA convention one year, got it.
Was it a checkbook cover or a rodeo wallet?
It was a rodeo wallet.
See, I bought a rodeo wallet thinking it was a checkbook cover because I like being able to carry my checkbook in there. Because if I don't, I'll never have my checkbook with me.
But I just found out, I just don't think I like the way it looked. And my friends would be idiots and like grab it from the bottom, like, "Oh, got it." So
right.
My butt wasn't sensitive enough to know whether or not it was in there or not. So,
see, what's good about this is, I mean, if I need to block up a trailer or something,
you got it, man.
I'm stacked.
You need to like you're like jacking up your car. You just need to
Yeah.
like put a
Just
wood
that
block.
Yeah, need something to like chalk a tire on a trailer.
That's awesome. Well, we're going over time a little bit.
Oh,
that's okay.
Time a fair bet.
A fair doozy. But we got a lot more Amazon items. That's the part of the show we like to call
Love it.
Of This World. Anyways, I don't know. We might call it something else. We've got a couple news items to share with you. They're not normal news items.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and start with this.
Yeah.
So, in weird, like strange Snapchat stories page, the bottom right side, where you go and like see your friends are up on top, and then all the other crap that you don't care about's down on the bottom. Right. I come across this thing, and I'm gonna pardon me while I pull this up here, because I just sent it to Joel.
I thought you were using your phone. You lie.
No, I am using my phone for my hotspot.
Oh, okay. That's working well so far, I think.
I know. I don't have internet at my house or television.
Oh. Well, I bet you. Hold on. Katie's asking me what I want from B-dubs.
All right, so Joel's gonna answer that. I'm a talk to you folks out there.
I need your help. We're here. What should I get from B-dubs? I'm thinking maybe the boneless and
always boneless. Always boneless, man.
Always boneless?
Always boneless. So
10? 12? We have different appetites. Never mind.
Oh, thanks a lot. No, I was just gonna say get them grilled.
Oh,
and get them all. Get them all and get them grilled.
Boneless 12 honey barbecue? I do like the honey barbecue. Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
So Joe, you're fine. It's okay. We're good.
I feel bad.
So, you shut it. Snapchat story stuff. I come across this video, Lad Bible, so you know it's good.
Oh gosh.
This man lives his life as a dog. And the thumbnail, I'll just show you. I saw that, and I was like,
I thought it was a lady. The video I saw was a lady.
I mean, I didn't ask her pronouns, but I just.
How do you define yourself? Okay, sorry. We're not going
I just couldn't believe that, though. Like, I'm watching this, and I just feel my jaw just start dropping down.
And then, like, quivering out of fear and
just strange. And again, I'm an empathetic person. I love people, but this person, this adult human, pretending that they're a dog. It was just kind of not something I'm gonna dog on. But I mean,
dumb. Boo.
That just strikes me as odd, and I think that's people have too much time on their hands. I think
no joke.
If you've got
really
enough time on
says
your
the
hands,
guy who just ordered a magnetic travel chess set that looks like a checkbook.
When you order a few of them and then you start feeling I wonder what it would be like to wear a dog mask. That's when you know you need to like
reel it back. If after this weekend, I dress up as this weekend, or like Halloween, you want to dress up as a dog.
That's what it's for. But
it's almost like why the Halloween was invented in the way we have today, so we can be weird. You can be your fantasy.
Let me break this down though. So this person, I think you're right. I think it was a woman. She was married to this guy who was also her trainer when she was in dog mode. If you've got that kind of time on your hands to where you're going out and playing as a dog, man, get yourself another job. Improve your quality of life. If you've got that kind of time, fix your house up, do something productive, I guess, is my thing. Again, is it my place to judge? No. Am I judging?
A little bit.
But
I mean, I am too. But and we live in a place where it's a luxury. Am I gonna go up to her and say, "You can't do that"?
No.
And we
I will say, when you put yourself out there for public scrutiny, when you post a video on Lad Bible,
right?
Sure, yeah, I'm allowed to talk.
You're welcoming scrutiny. I mean, and that's what we're offering you. We're offering you criticism here, constructively. If you'd like to take it that way.
Which, by all means, if you're doing your thing on your own, that's fine. I don't care. Hey, libertarian, you do what makes you happy.
It's fine.
But
I can still have an opinion on it, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I'm just saying, like, if I had kids and that person came around doing their dog thing, that's not okay. Like, I would be like, you keep that in your backyard where I can't see it.
Well, that's an impressionable age, children.
Yeah. I don't want my child identifying as a dog.
Yeah. Which, gosh, that's a whole other conversation. Let's not.
We're not going to jump into that. We're not going to get
having that conversation. But that is a conversation.
Yeah. I don't know. But I mean, and you get into the topic of you've got better things to do with your time. And I don't know if I can jump into that side because I do a lot of stuff that seems like time wasting. Like, I go sailing. What actually gets done with sailing other than improving my quality of life?
And I guess too, are they improving their quality of life? If we're gonna break this down,
Yeah, I mean, we could just say we can't say just go sailing; it'll improve your quality of life because it's a very personal thing. What improves your own life versus others?
If you put a video out of you going sailing, you're opening yourself up to scrutiny of your sailing.
Right. Yeah, you could be like, I'm a motorboat guy. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, sails are for wussies.
If I put a video of myself out deer hunting with a crossbow, open myself up for scrutiny like that. And you see it all the time. Man, ticks me off. Not to get too much into hobby time. I put a picture up. First day of deer season this year. Shot a small doe. Yeah. I like to shoot small deer early in the season. Tasty. I was excited about it. Put a video up, or put a picture up, and I had people like hating on it. I'm like, yo, fam, I've shot these too. Okay, I'm not some greenhorn out here. Like, I know what I'm doing. I knew it wasn't a big deer.
I think I may have been one of those that said, kind of looks a little smaller, Aaron.
It was.
I'm sorry.
I knew that. I knew it going in.
Better eating.
We had corn up at the time. See, and that's the thing too. And maybe, bring this back to dog person. Maybe we could all do to take a look through another person's eyes. Maybe we could, a little bit of perspective is not a bad thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I'm not siding with that's just strange. Dog person is strange.
It is. I don't think I would ever do it.
No, you wouldn't. Come on. No, you're maybe a deer person. No, Aaron dressed up as a deer.
Let me rephrase that. I don't think I would ever do it. I would absolutely never do it. I think I could have a conversation with somebody that would. Maybe we should try and get furry dog people on here sometime.
No, we're not going to open up that. Maybe, but
you don't want to know what's
going through their psyche.
Yeah, I would be interested to know. I would be interested in expanding my mind just to understand that better.
I recall now a trip when we went to Ohio State. We were walking outside of the Union, and a couple of nice fellas wearing white shirts, black ties, had name tags on, walked up to us. Couple Mormon
I remember buddies. That. We had good conversation with them.
A good little conversation about it. I don't agree hardly whatsoever with what the Mormons believe. But
I felt like we had really good conversation with those Mormons.
Yeah. They might have been converted.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But that was
Are you a Quaker?
Conversation.
I don't know.
I do remember that.
It was good. And it's nice to live in a place you can have these discussions and no one, at the end of the day, everyone goes home and we're all happy. But like,
I don't think anyone benefits from living in an echo chamber. I think is the
right.
you know, now, is anyone inherently open to discussion from the other side of any coin? I don't think so, but I think it's good to expand your thought processes.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good to be
like
exposed to new ideas.
Like watching conservative videos on YouTube about people lashing out at rallies and stuff. I just enjoy watching those. But so
well, either side, if you can definitively discuss your perspective, your position on anything, if it stands to reason, if it's something that you can have a intelligent discussion about, I'll listen to you.
Right.
You know, I think
I'll listen to you. Yeah, I'll listen. That's a good say. I'll listen.
If not just here, but listen, I'll take those things to heart. I'll ponder those discussions.
Well, we've gone well into dog world. You're a dog person.
Yes.
That was your piece of news. My piece of news that I brought up before was the video of the pumpkin spice regatta. And I think with the Circleville Pumpkin Show going on, America,
no pumpkin.
That pumpkin, I don't know, Chunkin, I don't know. But like these guys, they take these giant gourds and they hollow them out and make like a little person hole in them, and they use them like kayaks. It's awesome. And it's a short-lived process, but I'm amazed, and maybe it goes into there, that they don't just tip over immediately. So maybe they're just so heavy. They're kind of like 3/4 of the way underneath the water. The top quarter of it's outside of the water. So
like an iceberg.
Kind of like an iceberg, only this one's a little less dangerous.
I feel like
who's in it. I mean,
that's true. If Chuck Norris is in a pumpkin spice regatta boat and he goes up to an iceberg,
does Titanic happen?
Yeah. How many chunks does the iceberg break into?
That's a good question.
I feel like whenever anybody thinks about icebergs, Titanic.
Well, because it's the most famous.
Yeah. How would
iceberg?
You like to be that
what other iceberg incident do you know? Come on, there's not like this year's iceberg incident really up for the run. Come on, iceberg lettuce is the only other iceberg I know.
If I were to be an iceberg, I think that's a lot of weight on your shoulders as an iceberg to deal with sinking the Titanic.
Well, part of me believes they don't have feelings.
But if they did, how do you know?
I've never asked one. But like,
definitely the world's most famous iceberg by far.
Yeah, that one. I remember there was a picture of it that was like circulating around about that time. It showed like a blood-stained iceberg.
Yeah,
like come on.
Was it blood? I don't think it was blood. I think it was paint. I think
paint, something like that. It wasn't the actual iceberg, because it was several miles away by the time. You gonna look it up? Okay, do your thing.
Can you still see me?
Yeah, I can see you. So for those of you viewers, we're using Google Hangouts to do this, and it switches automatically depending on who's talking. Get a little tense sometimes, but it's not too bad.
It isn't. I enjoy this format.
Yeah. Are you screen sharing?
I'm not yet.
I'm gonna say I am screen sharing. No, never mind. Katie's off to go get B-dubs tonight. It's one of those nights. We were gonna go out with Mom, and you got it?
No, I was just saying. Oh yes, I do.
Right. You should screen share it. Can you screen share it?
Yeah, hold on.
Again, viewers, we are testing this out. Well, there we go.
Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to put it on yours. All right, now it's all you. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's just total BS. I mean, there's no way.
On April 15th, 1912, a steward who hadn't heard about the sinking of the Titanic spotted an iceberg smeared with red paint and took this photo.
How do we know it was paint? How do we not know it was like algae? You know,
like look at the rest of it.
It looks that's definitely a whalebone. That's not an iceberg. It's a whale vertebrae. Look at that.
No. Look at that thing. So the Titanic sank at 2:20 a.m. on April 15th, 1912. This says April 15th, 1912. Of course, also, what is shu.instructure.com? I don't know. I'd buy it, though. I mean, there's a lot of...
There's no ship greater than the sea itself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, I guess I want to find go to Snopes.com and let me know. Maybe that's next week's discussion there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you.
Yeah. I lost you. Okay, you're back.
I'm back. We're back.
This is a neat little system we got going on here.
It is. I really enjoy this.
Now, so as we're on that subject, just got recently got a new boat. I don't know if it was a good idea or not, but anyways, got a new boat. The Thistle, which was a little bit bigger than this boat, is going away. It's going on to a new life somewhere else, and so
is that the
good luck, Thistle?
Is that going out to the East Coast?
No, that's the other one.
When are we taking
that's
that
the
out?
small, tiny one. The Thistle one's the big one. The big one. Not the big one, but like the medium-sized one.
The one that was just right.
Yeah, Goldilocks. Anyways, but it was old and had some problems. So getting rid of that. Josh and I would really like to take out this little boat and start a new Thanksgiving morning tradition.
You're telling me that.
Thanksgiving morning. I know it sounds a little crazy. Sounds a little cold, a little dangerous, but...
Sounds just like me then.
A little cold, a little dangerous, a little crazy.
Crazy.
Bit, but a lot of fun. Icy. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know if we're going to do it or not.
You should. Why?
We'll have to get proper. We'll have to buy some other things from Amazon, including proper water keeping outing clothing. You know,
like a wetsuit.
That's the one, or a dry suit. I think would be actually what we need.
Or a moist suit.
Ooh,
right in the middle.
Just one. It's just like one big moist towelette. That you just. It's like a suit.
These are the next big thing. I love having my moist towelette suit.
Really, people should pay us to watch this because we're giving away free ideas here. Free ideas.
I mean, to be fair, yeah,
that's what I think. So, anyways, so we'll be out there. The major rule of thumb for us would be if the wind speed exceeds the temperature, don't go out. I'm guessing. You know, does that make sense?
Don't go out in the summertime. If it's like that. Yeah.
Well, temperature's 85, but wind speed's higher than that. Should we go out?
Yes. Take a kite.
Yeah. We never saw from him again. We never heard from him again.
I'm with you. Anyways. So what would happen if you got into the negatives?
See, that was also some discussion. Like, do you just go the flip side? You know, what if it's -5, you know? Wind speed is 6. Does it go the other way?
The absolute value of, yeah.
I think it's the absolute value. No, I don't know.
I would say it's in the negative. I would say negatives stay home if there's any wind.
I think at that point you're probably going, the water's frozen. There's nothing to sail on.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about ice sailing, which is a totally different subject and maybe another time. So, okay, now that we're done with this pumpkin conversation, we've gone way off. But that's what the show is all about. We're well behind our scheduled time, but let's jump into some hobbies real quick here, Aaron.
Yes. You want me to start or you want me to start?
I've talked about them. But let's go now. Dustin Hoffman Egg is now live. Okay. What hobby have you been into as of late? And maybe we explain to viewers.
Hobbies are a big part of our lives.
You know, they are. And they change rapidly.
Yeah.
For both of us.
Yeah.
Me more so.
I feel like your hobbies change more rapidly than mine. And I mean no disrespect to that.
That's all right. I feel like I have a set hobbies, but the carousel's moving quickly, you know?
Yeah.
I know what hobbies I'm into.
I've been into, like I said at the beginning of this, deer hunting, which I would almost say that's more of a, I mean, that's what I do is deer hunt. Dove hunting though, also been getting into that. Again, a delicious bird. And weight loss and cooking has been my recent stuff. I talked a little bit about this earlier, kind of hobby time. Like we can talk a little bit about hobbies during catch up at the beginning, but hobby time is where we can kind of delve a little bit deeper.
Yeah, we can almost give our viewers a bit of a lesson.
Thank you. Yeah, a lesson. A thank you for staying around with us this long.
I'm not sure if we got anybody left, but
I don't know. Do we?
I think we got. It says 2 viewers, but it might just be the ones like our video area pulled up. So I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either.
If you're tuning in, comment below.
Yeah, and if you're not, get out of here now. We love you guys. So yeah, shot 2 deer this year. Little doe opening day. Went out the next weekend. Shot a big doe. Shot the smaller doe through the heart at 10 yards. She went 20 yards. Rage 2-blade broadhead, finest broadhead on the market. The next one I shot, she got same stand coming behind me. I wasn't going to shoot her. Thought she looked a little small. She ended up being a nice sized deer. And I had a lane, man, 6 inches. She got her shoulder up into the front of it, and I knew that was one that needed to be, so I bleated at her, stopped her right there, and got her through both lungs right like that. And she went 30 yards. I love it, man. It's a good time. As far as dove hunting goes, I've probably shot 50 doves this year so far. Probably 50. I think that's about right. Again, man, just a tasty, tasty bird. They are a good eating bird. I've got a couple doubles, which is fun. Cooking, love to cook. I've been cooking the doves, been cooking the deer meat. Like I say, I'm getting ready to take some fish out and put on the smoker yet tonight to take into work tomorrow for lunch. And weight loss, I've just been killing that, man. I mean, two
That's
months.
Amazing how much you've lost. Like,
yeah, I love it, dude. And I did it. Well, I've done it before. When I was a senior in high school, I lost 80 pounds in a year.
Whoa.
Yeah,
that's a ton. That's like day by day.
Yeah, not quite a ton, but it was a lot.
Well, okay, shut up. Ridiculous. But like, good stuff. Now, got a question.
Yeah, got an answer.
So ODNR recently announced that they have opened up their multi-year license purchasing program. Are you excited about that? Does that make you pumped up? Because you can buy lifetime licenses now.
You can. I hunt on family property. I hunt my dad's the landowner, and as the child of a landowner, you don't need to have a license. But I've also got some property in Ross.
You need a tag?
No, it's all landowner tag, landowner permit. So you don't need a license or a tag as a landowner or a landowner, child or spouse of a landowner, or a tenant, or a tenant's child or tenant's spouse.
Jeez, it's like everybody. Like, so how does the limit apply to you?
Yeah, good question. So in Fairfield County, where the farm is, if I hunt on the farm, I could shoot 3 deer on the farm there and landowner tag them because again, child of the landowner.
Mhm.
If I come down to hunt in Ross County, where I've got a couple places to hunt down here, I'd need to buy tags for down here. You can shoot 5 antlerless deer, and 1 buck is the most deer you can shoot in Ohio. 1 antlered deer or 6 antlerless deer.
Right. Now, do you have to report it, like take it to the local fire department or whatever, even if you
Yeah,
get them on
that's
your
not,
own property?
yeah.
Okay.
But as far as like you've got to check it. But as far as like a lot of I don't think any gas stations do it anymore, and that's sad because
Right.
that was always, man, seeing all the people standing behind the old trucks. That was always a good time.
You get that one? Yeah. Sweet.
We always said it. We always said we'd like to get a bunch of guys together dressed up in blaze orange and just like crowd around the back of the truck and then just have like a puppy dog in the back, just like at you. That would have been fun,
This is just a goat. What the heck?
right?
It's still alive. But
What are your
that
hobbies?
sounds good.
What's your hobby?
I'd like to get out hunting. So the hobbies right now, chess. I don't know why. I just kind of chess is one of those things that just comes and goes.
The thinking man's.
It's a good it's a good thing to kind of just do sometimes. Just play a little chess. What I like to do is pull it up on the old phone here, get a chess match going on chess.com, the app, and it'll alert you. You've got 24 hours to make your next move after the person's made a move.
I feel like that would take forever.
Well, you get into it, and if the other person's a good one, like the guy I've got here now, he takes about 15 minutes to make a move, so it'll take us a day to finish
Would
a
you like
game
to
or something.
shout out to that guy? Who is that guy? Who are you
Dude's
playing?
name is Restrep. He's from
Restrep?
Denmark. Restrep, I think it's Denmark. It's the flag with blue and yellow bars. I'm gonna look it up.
I thought that was.
Maybe
I feel like that's Switzerland.
now.
I don't know.
Switzerland's red, like a red cross,
Oh, you said blue. Ah,
like blue with yellow striped flag. There we go.
Denmark's red.
Okay, I'm way off. Oh my gosh, no. Country. It's coming up with racing flags. Here we go. Here we go. Sweden. That area,
That's what I meant to say. Did I say Switzerland?
You did say Switzerland.
Oh, it was the other S.
I was thinking you were mean. I got you.
Yeah.
So,
Is it
hello,
Iceland?
Restrup. You are losing right now. What?
Is it Iceland?
No, it's Sweden.
Okay, that's Iceland.
Yeah, close. Pretty much that flag with yellow. See, it's not jumping over to you until you got to say something. For it to jump over.
Gosh dang
The
it.
whole thing you were doing was like, what?
Oh, that's
But
Scotland.
so that's going well. Like, so for me, I've got to concentrate on the chess match to do well at it. And
Yeah.
for a while
Oh, yeah.
there, I was playing I'd playing like 5 games at once, and I was like losing everyone. I'm like, what the heck? So earlier this week, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna play 1 or 2 at a time. Maybe one with my brothers, on this app, and then another with this dude who found me through random matching, and we've been playing ever since. But I've been winning this week, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's just where I am in life, or if this dude's just that bad. He's been making some big mistakes that have allowed me to. Nothing against you, Restrep, but that's just life. That's life.
Never trust the Swedes with a chess game.
Dude, they'll get you. They'll come up behind you, and they'll stab you in the back. Except for this guy, because he doesn't do it right. So he'll kind of like come up behind you, but it'll like make too much noise, so you can just like stab him in the bushes. So,
Just dodge.
whoa. You know what I was thinking about the other day, Aaron? Though
What's that?
hobby that used to be mine, and that would be paintballing. Not anymore, because one too expensive, 2 a child's game.
Yeah.
Maybe. That's not the main reason, but I'm using it as an excuse. But so a year and a half ago at this point, for my bachelor party, I was surprised with a trip to Splatter Zone, right? Or whatever.
Oh, that was fun. That was a good
And
time.
you were there.
I was all in camouflage garb.
Do you have some time to reflect on this? I mean, it's 7:15. We're hoping to get done by 7, but
I
what
got
else
nothing
you do?
else going on.
Let's do it. Let's talk about till about 7:30. But I was reflecting on that, What stands out to you about that time? I was just a great time. So
It was a great time.
it was
I remember
me.
you had the
They made it's very popular for bachelor parties, which is awesome.
right.
And they make you wear the veil, the white veil.
I
So
remember
you're the target.
I remember you hung it up and snuck away from it once, didn't you?
Yes, it was at the concrete barrier one. I like put it on the end, and I saw it get shot at a couple times until they're like, he's not moving.
French warfare, bud. What is this, Verdun?
Dude, America. What? French.
Though there has been trench warfare in America. Civil War. Look it up.
Dude.
But yeah. Paintball was
what? It was a good time. Anything you remember about what was your favorite course there?
I like the one with the airplane.
That one was intense because it was kind of small.
I also liked the long. I guess I fancy myself a marksman. Like, rather than like, I don't think I would do well as a tank, like the tank character. Even though I'm definitely built like the tank character should be built. Just to like go through ripping and tearing like I'm a stealth setup, get my zones. I like the long ones. I like the place I can get a long shot.
Right. I'm more of a speedy little guy. Can't go ripping and roaring through things because I don't have that firepower. But like, things are good.
But if you did, that'd be the role for you.
There you go. I like the I don't know. The day would have been a lot better if I had some mask and goggles I could see out of. I would have.
Yeah, I think that is definitely a fallacy of paintball.
Yeah, it sucks.
That ruins it.
Yeah.
I'd just rather not have a mask on and going blind.
I don't know about the blind part, but like a full face like bubble, but then like a nice wipe thing. That would be way better. Like Buzz Lightyear sort of stuff.
Some windshield wipers.
Oh yeah. See, I was thinking like, what if you just wore goggles? How much would it hurt? And then I was like, the nose. Get a nice shot right there. Break your nose.
Shot in a tooth.
I was laying down like I had been shot and I went down and like they got shot up into my like face. Got a bloody lip. Remember Dad though? That final round.
Your dad is a beast at paintball.
I had never seen him do. I don't think he's ever played before, but like the final round, it was Rambo pretty much style. It was expend everything, and I think him and Troy were going at it or something, and they were just pop. They were like 5 feet from each other, just shooting Civil War style. Good times.
That was fun, man.
We got to do that again.
I'd do it again. I've got my gun out. My gun's out in the garage.
I just go rent it. But it was nice renting it because I didn't care about anything.
I bought a Titman 98 custom for my brother for like $70. And I was
Dude, I remember back in the day, like in middle school.
Titman 98, that's the bee's knees.
And then they came out with what was it, the A? Well, what was that?
I don't know. I feel like
A7? I don't know.
I feel like I was 14 years old before that came out.
I'm a noob. But anyways. Good times. Then there was airsoft. Never got into airsoft.
We got into airsoft at the house in college.
All right. I remember that. I usually avoided that.
Oh, airsoft. We'd have tennis ball wars. Worst tennis ball war thing. They had the water balloon rocket thing.
Ooh, that's deadly.
Dude, I took one right in the eyeball. Thought I went blind. Thought my eyeball exploded. It pushed my glasses back into my eye. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. I was working at a factory at that point, and I had I got a big packaging rubber band. So we deployed that at the base of the steps. But dude, it wasn't set up for it.
That was also probably during your York spray of sort of time.
Oh, it was. Still into the slingshot channel. I will say with that big packaging rubber band, we had 2 doors up at the front of the house we had an exterior door and then the foyer door, and I would set up with that rubber band, and I'd shoot pieces of like quarter round through that inside door. I mean, it'd stick that far out the back side. It was nuts.
I'm impressed.
I'm always impressed with stored energy devices, like we talked about earlier. I think it's a neat thing.
Absolutely. Well, I think we're nearing the end of our program. It has gotten dark out, my friend.
It has. I remember when that window was light out.
Jeez.
Any comments down there for us?
Let me look here. I don't know if we have any on YouTube. We had some on Facebook as far as leading up to this. We do not have any on YouTube at the moment.
Oh, that's all right.
But hold on just a second. Ooh. But
Colt
Buckenroth is his name.
Buckenroth? Is that one of your friends?
He's an aspiring farm broadcaster, and I'll tell you what, he has it in him. He's got the power. But
he said he was here for all of it.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he says. Is he? Was he?
Where did he say? Where did he say this?
An hour ago, he said, "I am here for all, capital all of this." Colt, are you still here?
Where is he? Like, where did he comment on that? Aaron,
look at my screen.
Oh, okay. Okay, go back. Hold on. Where is that at? Is that Facebook?
That was Facebook. Facebook.
Oh, okay.
First share.
Let me find it.
I hope you're on here, bud.
All right, he better be on here.
You said you're here for all.
Oh, he says, I'm here for all of this.
All of this. Capital all. I'm here for all of this.
He is at Ohio State. Colt is. He's a student there. Would you have any advice for a young student at Ohio State?
Yes. Pursue your dreams. Look at Greek life, too. It's a good time. And don't be afraid to make friends with people that are different than you. And also don't be afraid to make friends with people that aren't different than you.
Yeah. Don't feel like you have to make friends with people that are different than you.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to do stuff that you won't do later on in life.
Do some crazy things. Not like bad crazy. Don't be like, you know.
I mean, I would never advocate for people doing bad crazy things, but do crazy things. Yeah. You only get to be in college once. One of these days, you'll be an old man.
For instance, if college is canceled because it's 30 degrees below zero outside,
sit on the porch.
Go sit on the porch. Go walk down. We were like in shorts or sweatpants. We walked down to the UDF. That was a bad idea. We almost didn't make it back.
I love that UDF.
Yeah, man, that was sketchy. But I almost died every time we went.
Oh, it was terrible. I'm like, every time I was like, somebody's gonna hop out from behind these dumpsters and get me.
And the way you get there, we went behind Newport and
you gotta walk on the highway, the main road.
Yeah. I remember one night I went over there. It was the Insane Clown Posse was there. And it was scary.
That would be. Again, more power to you, OCP.
Adventure.
OCP.
ICP there, buddy. OCP is like I don't know. I don't know.
Omnipotent Clown Posse.
Oh my gosh. So when we won the national championship 2014, I remember sitting there. Mary Seekman was there. We were just at the house that I was living at the time, Miley's Playhouse. And the whole other group of people are there. They're like, we're going to bed. I was like, you losers. And we heard like outside it was getting crazy because we just won the national championship. And I was like, we got to go. We got to go outside. Yeah. This will only happen once. And so we were walking down on High Street. Things were getting crazy. Then all of a sudden they start like pepper spraying everybody, macing things. And we were far away from the mace, but then it drifted towards us and like it hit you like a brick wall. It was amazing.
Yeah.
But again, experience Ohio State. I wish they still had the Mirror Lake jump, but Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
dude,
what it is.
Ohio State's a completely different campus than it was when I left.
Well, I mean, High Street. Think about all the little nooks and crannies that were there when we were there.
Mama's just closed.
There, yeah, yeah. I know there was an effort to save the moose by the people at Farmhouse, I believe, in other chapters as well. So I know we don't
Yes.
talk about them, but
Yes, there was, Joel.
Did DTS get involved in that, Aaron?
I don't know. They said
Is Formaggio still there? Formaggio's?
Formaggio's is still there. Somebody from DTS said that DTS, like, the story is that someone from DTS back in the day shot that moose.
Oh,
doesn't matter who shot the moose. In my opinion, you're part of the ship.
it's part of the ship.
If you now, yeah,
that is a legitimate claim, though.
I don't have an opinion on the moose. No. If you own a building that has a trophy hanging in it, you own the trophy too, unless it is explicitly contracted that you don't own the trophy.
Now, like, I can't believe they're shutting all that stuff. It blows me away.
I can believe it. Money talks.
I understand.
Money talks.
Yeah, money talks. People who develop those places don't really understand things.
Yep.
It's just like people who sit in boardrooms and make final decisions on movies. You have a great movie that's coming out, but then you make changes to it because there are people in a boardroom that know best, obviously.
And see, I think
ruin a movie.
A lot. I heard that the new movie First Man about Neil Armstrong had a lot of kickback on it. It did not do well at the box office. From what
I hear, it's quite, and they purposefully removed like American references from it. Like, they didn't make it an American achievement.
Right.
When Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, others.
Right. To be fair, I mean, once we get to the moon for the first time, I mean, then we'll really know.
Dude, conspiracy theory. We should add that. We should add that next time.
That could be a whole.
All right. We're on the topic. Let's jump into it real quick. Conspiracy theory. We've got a few minutes. Conspiracy theory time. Out in Pennsylvania last week. I think last week. You have to look it up. But there was a guy. He's kind of like a amateur treasure hunter. And he had kind of searched all of his life for this stuff, this gold that was supposedly lost and buried during the Civil War in Pennsylvania. Okay. And it was like legitimate, it wasn't like a huge national treasure. It was like a little small thing, a little thing of gold or something. And so he was looking for it, and he thought he had found it. And he had teamed up with the FBI on the matter, using some of their equipment, because it was it was on like forest land that it wasn't like public land, but it was part of a state forest or something like that. I don't know how to describe it. It was like privately owned land, but it was also, I don't know, one of those weird areas where their government likes to say it's theirs.
Continue. I get you. They needed the FBI.
Anyways, they needed FBI. Their high-tech equipment said it's there. Okay, it's 12 feet down or whatever. So they bring in the equipment. They get to digging one day. And the guy and his buddies, the amateur treasure hunters, they're not allowed out of their car while the FBI is digging for it. They say, we'll come and get you when it's ready. And at the end of the first day, number one, they're 3 feet away from like the target depth that the machine told them. And they said, no, we're going to stop for today. It's going to get dark soon. It's just not going to work out. We're stopping for today. Dude's like, we're 3 feet away. It's not like we're making a house here. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Dig 3 more feet. I'll do it by hand. Anyways, they said no. So we come back the next day. The guys say, no, we're cleaning it up. Didn't find anything. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Guy's like, what? And then it comes out, a lady who lives kind of like catty corner to the dig site, an old lady, said all night long until like 4 in the morning. This construction equipment had kept her up, and lights were up, and she vividly remembers, sounds and everything, because she had to go to work early the next morning, she said, and she was looking for somebody to call on who to shut it down. And it was a whole bunch of like government-owned vehicles that were out there.
Make you sick.
Dude, and so the whole local town also agrees with this dude, and they're like, dude, your gold's gone. Your gold is gone. Because apparently on the high-tech equipment that had shot LiDAR and radar or whatever down to the ground, it said it was a much larger encasement than expected. So it was a lot of gold.
If anybody's watching this and needs your gold dug up, talk to Aaron and Joel. Don't talk to the FBI.
We'll help you out, man.
We will.
We don't have the equipment, but we got shovels.
We've got a backhoe at the farm.
I will go out and buy a metal detector, and I think it'll work.
I've got a metal detector.
Aaron Miller, Joel Penor with custom treasure hunting business.
Don't trust the FBI with your gold digging.
Well, and one of my favorite comment on it was, that reminds me, I've got a 50-pound bag of diamonds buried somewhere in the backyard. I better call my local sheriff's office to come help me dig it up. No, come on. What do you think? The government is not here to help you. Let's be honest. The government is here to be the government.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
That's a good conversation for, I think,
another time.
Breaking down thoughts on size and scope of the government. That's a good one.
I mean, I'm not saying the government's all bad, but it's not efficient, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Fishy. I love a good conspiracy theory, though. That's a good one. It's a good one. That dude's gold is gone. No, it is long gone.
Yeah, I bet Dick Cheney's got it.
Dude, new movie coming out with Dick Cheney. Have you seen that one?
Actual Dick Cheney or
Christian Bale as Dick Cheney, and it looks awesome.
I like Christian Bale as Batman.
Well, he looks just as much like Dick Cheney as he did as Batman. Does that make sense? Like,
hit anyone on the face?
I thought he was a good Batman.
I thought he was a great Batman.
What was your favorite of the 3 movies?
The one with Bane, Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, that was a good one.
I
mean, The Dark Knight is great. I just felt like The Dark Knight Rises wraps it all up perfectly.
Yeah, but did it? Because that bat had autopilot.
Dude, he's still alive. It showed it at the end. They saw him in like France or whatever, right?
Yeah. That'd be a good. They should have. Yeah.
You know what we should do? We should watch a movie, and we'll both comment on it as it's going along. We'll bring down the audio, and we'll give our own commentary.
That would be fun.
And maybe that's like celebratory episode number 5 or something like that.
Yeah, when we get 105
episodes
subscribers.
Woof.
So I think we've got like 999,080 more to go on this end.
All right.
But when we get 100,000 subscribers, we should do that.
What else should Aaron and I talk about, viewers?
Yeah.
Let us know. Tell us for future episodes. We'd like to do this kind of weekly. It might not be every Wednesday night because life, but
we'll let you know. We'll sure
keep you updated. Aaron, anything else you'd like to talk about?
No, just I really enjoyed this, Joel. I always like the phone calls. I kind of enjoy the face-to-face also.
America. It works out well. America, blah, blah. So, what's on your... Well, I'll see you this Saturday.
I will. I'll see you this Saturday. Tomorrow, we've got the pumpkin show float. Friday, I might try and get in the woods. I've got a little piece of property down here. That is something so the 9 acres I've got to hunt down in Ross County. The guy had an old David Brown tractor that needs a battery, but I've got a battery that'll fit it. It's 12 volt. So I'm going to take my boat battery over and run a set of cables to it and see if I can't get it running and hook it to the bush hog and then bush hog a trail back to these woods. Because, dude, I took my truck through it and it was nasty.
Nice. Now I think we're hoping to get our combine over to the farm tomorrow. The weather's been really weird, and we've just not been in a super hurry because, we don't want to be docked for wet beans. But So hopefully
Right.
we can get beans going. We don't have a lot of acreage, but
How many acres do you guys have?
I mean, the whole farm is like 85 acres, but it's like diversified. There's a lot of pasture. We really need to get the fence fixed up, and I'd like to get some cattle out on there because that pasture is just starting to go to a lot of weeds. It's got a lot of good grass on it there now, but you know, you take livestock away from it, and a few years later you get some volunteer trees and stuff, and
Got to keep after.
keep it after it. And then we got a few acres of hay over there, some good acreage, and I think we got about 40 acres of beans or something like that. It's split up by a lot of tree lines and stuff because I like the tree lines. I think they make it a nice, we're not in there for the profit. We're in there for keeping it kind of like a God's beautiful country farm kind of thing. But
Fair.
So we got to get the 7,700 over there tomorrow, and if the weather holds off, which if the rain holds off Saturday, hopefully we can get quite a bit done this weekend before the party on Saturday evening. So, and go Buckeyes.
Well, if you guys need help Friday, unless we're running down here, let me know.
All right. What you doing Saturday?
Going up to the party, maybe hunt in the morning.
Okay. You should come like afternoon. Go over to the house. I don't know. You got to dress up for the party. Got to dress up something. Could just be a hunter.
Yeah, I could come right through the woods. Maybe he's hunting. Never know. All right, Joe, I'm gonna hop off here, buddy.
Let's get going. It's gone way over.
Yeah. I need to eat dinner. I'm gonna just.
I don't know if my dinner's home yet. So, all right.
I'll put my fish in tomorrow. Joe, good catching up with you. Thanks everybody for watching. We will be doing this like we say about every week. And thanks for watching and join us next time.